All right, let's see if I can pull this bad boy up. Lovely. So this is the 2016 President's Club, which is in Cancun, Mexico. They just finished up their 2017 President's Club, which was in Costa Rica. And tonight's call is going to be about how to qualify for their 2018 President's Club, which is going to be in Dominican Republic. Some of our leaders were in Salt Lake City to meet with the executives of Zingular. So those watching on the webinar, you probably see some individuals that you notice: Steve Elder, uh, Russ. You see the president, Mark Walker. Just a fantastic executive staff that they have. Cool. Awesome. Well, let's rock and roll. My goal is that we will not need to mute the phones. So hopefully we're able to do that. I just ask that if you're in an area, just try to be in a quiet area. If you're in an area where there's some noise going on, just please mute yourself. So thank you everybody for getting on tonight's call. I know there's a lot of leaders on the call today. We have people from across the United States as well as the Caribbean. And I'm going to try to make this a very short, very concise call. This way you know exactly what you and your team need to do to qualify for Dominican Republic. For those of you who I haven't had a chance to meet, my name's John Barton. I'm the Leadership Development Officer for Symmetry Global. I've been with this company. It will be 14 years on June 28th, and I have had a blast with the company. It's opened up a lot of doors for me. It's allowed me to be on my very first plane ride, which was to Cancun, Mexico with the company. So just incredibly grateful for it, and I'm also very, very excited for the future. I'm excited for this marriage between two fantastic companies. Zingular is a company that Rudy has owned. He started the company, and there's no better company out there to be joining forces with, creating a very solid platform and foundation for our distributors to achieve their dreams, their financial dreams and goals with Symmetry and Zingular, the foundation of those two great companies. So those more details on that you can get at your local meetings. But tonight, let's focus specifically on the President's Club, which is to Dominican Republic. For our Symmetry distributors that have been with us for a while, you know that every year Symmetry goes on an annual trip, and it's always somewhere exotic. We've been to Jamaica. I know some of you on the phone have been to Australia. Others have been to Dominican Republic. Others have been on Mexican Riviera cruises. So lifestyle is something that Symmetry was founded on, and Rudy founded that lifestyle, that whole philosophy that life is what God gave you and style is what you do with it. Rudy put those foundations and those pillars into creating Zingular. So Zingular, they also have an annual trip, and their annual trip qualification period lasts a year. So some of you on the phone, you're probably used to maybe a 6-month qualification period with Symmetry. Well, Zingular goes ahead and they open it up for an entire year. Now, their qualification actually had started October 1st of 2016, and it goes until September 2017. But for today's purposes, let's focus on exactly what a Symmetry distributor can do and needs to do to go to Dominican Republic. So Symmetry distributors have between March 1st and September 30th, 2017 to accumulate 100 points that they will then be able to use for themselves and their spouse to go on an all expenses paid trip to the Dominican Republic during the first part of January 2018. And when we say all expenses, Zingular pays for the airfare for you and your spouse if you're based in the United States, Puerto Rico, or Canada. Zingular will pay for you and your significant other to attend the President's Club. They take care of your hotel, both of your hotel accommodations, their team meals, the lifestyle, the adventure, the excursions. They take care of that. So as I have said, you must accumulate 100 points between March 1st and September 30th, 2017. So I want to share with you how you actually accumulate, how you attain points. First and foremost, you're going to earn 3 points for every 1,000 points of personal inception that you enroll in a month. So every month that you personally sponsor 1,000 points worth of new business, you're going to earn 3 points towards the Dominican Republic. So that means if you personally enroll 2,000 inception points in a month, you're going to earn 3 points for the first 1,000 inception points, and you'll also earn another 3 points for the second 1,000 inception points. So said in totality is when you enroll 2,000 points of inception volume, of new volume personally, in the month of March, you're going to earn 6 points towards the Dominican Republic. Come April, you enroll 1,000 inception points. So you personally sponsor 1,000 points worth of new volume in the month of April. You're going to earn another 3 points towards the Dominican Republic. Let's say May, you have a rock star of a month and you personally sponsor 3,000 inception points during the month of May. Well, you're going to earn a total of 9 points towards your Dominican Republic qualification. So your personal enrolling, your personal inception volume of your personal enrolling, you earn 3 points for every 1,000 inception points. The second way you earn points is by personally enrolling and developing brand new managers. Now, for those of us on the phone right now, a manager is the same thing as a 2K. So just think of a manager as 2K, meaning they have 2,000 points of volume within their organization. So for all of you on the phone, every new 2K that you personally enroll and develop during this contest period, you're going to earn 5 points. So you'll earn 5 points if you, let's say you started Sarah, and Sarah becomes a brand new 2K. This month of March, you're going to earn 5 points towards Dominican Republic. Let's say in April, you help John become a brand new 2K. You personally sponsored John, and John becomes a 2K in April. You're going to earn another 5 points towards the Dominican Republic. The third way you're going to earn points to the Dominican Republic is by maintaining your brand new 2Ks. So let's go back to the earlier example of Sarah becomes a brand new 2K in the month of March. And then Sarah also maintains being 2K in the month of April. You're going to earn one more point in the month of April. Let's say Sarah maintains being an active 2K in the month of May. You're going to earn another point for Sarah being an active 2K. So every time you develop a brand new 2K between March 1st and September 30th, you're going to earn 5 points. But every time that brand new 2K that you personally enrolled, every time they stay active as a brand new 2K, you're going to earn an additional 1 point for each month that they maintain that 2K level. The fourth way you earn points towards the Dominican Republic is every new 2K that you help develop between March 1st and September 30th. When you help them achieve 5K, you're going to earn another 10 points. Okay, so these are brand new 2Ks that you personally enroll between March 1st and September 30th. When they achieve 5K, which Zingular calls Silver Manager, when they achieve 5K, you're going to earn an additional 10 points for them being a 5K. And keep in mind, when they achieve 5K, you're also going to earn 1 point because you know they at least maintained over 2,000 points. So really, really geared towards not only your personal enrolling to get to Dominican Republic, but also focusing on you personally enrolling and developing or coaching brand new 2Ks, but not stopping there, and also helping those brand new 2Ks get to 5K level, because at the 5K level, you earn 10 points towards the Dominican Republic. For those of you that may have jumped on late, you need to have a minimum of 100 points accumulated between March 1st and September 30th of this year to go to the Dominican Republic trip. So there are some additional requirements. Just want to make sure you have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed. So some additional requirements to ensure that you fully qualify for the Dominican Republic. First, you want to make sure that you have a personal order each month of 120 points. So that's actually 20 points more than what you're probably used to with the symmetry contest. Most symmetry contests, you need to have a 100-point personal order every month. For Zingular, you need to have a 120-point personal order every month. So that's very important for those of you on the phone who maybe your organizations weren't able to be on tonight's webinar, that you're letting them know, hey, I know you're used to 100-point requirements to go earn any symmetry rewards, but with the Zingular President's Club, you must have a 120-point personal order each and every single month of the contest. So March, April, May, June, July, August, and September. Also, the second requirement is you must accumulate or earn a minimum of 4 points each month. So there's 7 months of this contest, and every month you must accumulate a minimum of 4 points. Now, we know that some months, maybe for whatever reason, we're not able to maintain or accumulate 4 points. So Zingular does allow you to miss 2 months during the contest period. So said another way, 5 out of 7 months, you must have a minimum of 4 points each month to make sure that you're qualified for the Dominican Republic. Also, you must earn 20 points during the contest period by developing 4 new personally enrolled managers. So you have to earn a minimum of 20 points by developing 4 new personally enrolled managers. And remember, managers are 2Ks. So that's very important to take note of, is that a lot of you are awesome enrollers on the phone. So you're probably going to do very well with the inception. And one of the other elements that you want to be very conscious and intentional with is that you're also sponsoring distributors, which as you know, our mantra is 1 a week plus 1, which means 1 customer a week plus 1 distributor a month. So you also want to be intentional with enrolling distributors and coaching them to get to 2,000 points. Because to go to Dominican Republic, you need to personally enroll 4 distributors that become active 2Ks during the contest period. Also, 4 of those new managers, so 4 of those managers that you develop during the contest period, they must be active in the last quarter of the contest. So let's say that you help Sarah. In our earlier example, you help Sarah and she becomes a brand new 2K in the month of March. Well, you need to make sure that Sarah is an active 2K between the month of July, August, and September, at least one of those 3 months. Let's go back to the other example. In John, you helped John become a brand new 2K in the month of April. You're also going to want to make sure that John is at 2,000 points or higher at least one of the 3 months between July, August, and September. Well, let's say that you develop a brand new 2K in the month of July. Well, that's fantastic because that brand new 2K would count towards one of those 4 new managers, one of those 4 new 2Ks you must have between July, August, and September. So remember, again, you have to have 4 of your new managers either maintain or achieve brand new manager, which again, sorry for the vocabulary, but a manager is 2,000 points. Okay. Also, the final additional requirement that I'll be talking about is that you need to have a minimum of 2 new managers advance to the silver manager. So said another way, you need to have at least 2 of those brand new 2Ks between March and September. You need to help them develop to 5K. So 2 of those 2Ks, you need to help develop and coach to brand new 5K by the end of September. All right, so that's kind of the qualifications, some of the other requirements, and I'm going to point you towards where you can find a document, their document that has the full contest rules. But just rounding out today, I want to make sure everybody has a clear game plan and roadmap path to get to Dominican Republic. Okay, so this is the Symmetry roadmap to qualify in 7 months. And I know it was very normal for me when I would hear contests like this late, and immediately my negative attitude or my negative tendencies would automatically close the door, right? I would shut down and I would say, those, I can't do that, right? I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do this, or if I had only found out a week earlier, or if I had found out 10 weeks earlier, then certainly I would have been able to qualify, but I only have 7 months, so there's no way I can do it. And I totally understand if you're thinking the same thing, but do know that is an attitude that I adopted. It didn't mean that it was impossible. It was as a negative attitude that I had, and I say that because Zingular has had brand new business partners, people that never even did this industry. I'm not talking about they never even worked with Zingular. I'm talking about they never worked with any company in the industry. And they came in with 60 days left in the contest. This is for their most recent one where they're in Costa Rica. And within 60 days, they were able to fully qualify to go to Costa Rica. So if another individual can do it in 2 months, well, we're just as smart, we're just as talented, we're just as focused and hardworking as those individuals are. It's just knowing the exact route on how to get there. So hopefully this helps out. So this is just the Symmetry roadmap that I put together. There are other ways that you could do it, but this is the most bite-sized way that I was able to get to 100 points. So first and foremost, make sure that you do 2,000 inception points every month. So that means focusing on enrolling. You have people on the phone like Josie Medina, and Josie Medina enrolls people on 600-point business packs. So if you're going, well, how does anybody do 2,000 inception volume? I would just encourage you to look at what Josie does, because Josie can enroll 3 people on a 600-point business pack, and that's 1,800 points of inception volume right there. And then just a couple, 2 other people ordering a healthy life pack, well, that puts you at 2,000 inception points. And some people like me would go, well, how did Josie's special? Well, Josie is special, just like everybody else on the phone is special. But the reason why Josie does it is because she talks about it, right? She talks about the value of enrolling on a 600-point pack. She knows it's the best package for somebody to start on if they really want to be successful like her. So she is able to sign up people because she's talking about it. So there's obviously other ways that you can sponsor 2,000 inception points. You could sponsor, I'm doing the math in my head, you could sponsor 7 people on a 300-point pack, right? Because that'll give you 2,100 points. You could sponsor 20 people on a 100-point order. But as you can tell, sponsoring 3 people or 4 people on a 600-point pack, that's gonna go the greatest distance with the least amount of people. Okay, so you do 2,000 inception points every month. The second plan of the roadmap is that you help develop one new manager, one new 2K each month. So for 7 months straight, you develop a brand new manager, a brand new 2K. And this is possible because, again, if we're focused on the 600-point pack, when somebody comes in on that 600-point pack, what's the best thing they can do for their success? A, make a paycheck, because when they make a paycheck, their rate of retention is greater. But also, statistically, when they enroll 4 new starts and earn their $100 bonus, their rate of retention increases even more. When they earn their $250 bonus check, which is going to still be active until at least April, then that also increases their retention. So statistically speaking, people that do over 2,000 points of business within their first 30 days, they have a greater retention, which for your purpose means that you're going to have a bigger business, more volume, which is going to add up to more income. So this aggressive roadmap, step 1, do 2,000 inception points every month. Step 2 is develop one brand new 2K each month. The third step is to develop 2 new silver managers. And again, a silver manager is a 5K. So develop 2 new 5Ks during the entire contest. So not as aggressive. You don't have to do a brand new 5K each month like you do for the 2K. But during the contest period, the 7 months, you want to make sure that you enroll and develop and coach 2 brand new 5Ks during the contest period. And then finally, the last step of this aggressive roadmap, which it is going to need to be aggressive because we have 7 months to do it. The last step of this is you want to make sure that you have your 4 new 2Ks maintain at the 2K level during the months, or at least once, during the months of July, August, and September. So again, your brand new 2Ks, you want to make sure that you have 4 of them maintain at the 2K level in 1 out of the 3 months between the months of July, August, and September. And you do this roadmap right here, which you all know there's going to be symmetry distributors that do it. You all know that there's going to be symmetry distributors on this webinar that are going to do it. Most of you on the webinar are going to do it, but you also know there's going to be somebody that joins in your team. They're going to join in like July, and they're still going to qualify because you're going to promote it to them and you're going to show the value of it. And they're just, heck, you're just going to find the right person that's motivated and they love lifestyle and they want to go and be on a plane for the first time or be on an island for the first time, or maybe they're sick of the blizzard that people in the Northeast are getting in March, for crying out loud. Man, if it's bad in March, can you imagine how bad the snow is in the Northeast during January as well? My goodness. Think about all the sore backs that people get from shoveling the sidewalk in the driveway. You remember the days when like you would get your kids all bundled up for the winter weather, and then as soon as you get them bundled up, they got to go potty. So then you got to take off the snowsuit, get them all done so they can go potty, and then you got to do it all over again. Or you got to shovel off the window, snow scrape, heat the car for 10 minutes. you tromp that dirty, mushy slush everywhere. How great would it be just to take a 7 day or 5 day break during the month of January and catch some vitamin D instead of a cold or a flu that's going around? So you've all done it before. I'm preaching to the choir. You've all done more in less time than this. I know you all know how to do it, and you're feeling confident about it. And those of you that got your team on, thank you. Thank you for doing that. But also, make sure you're going through this with your organization that weren't able to get on. I'm trying to record it. It's the first time I've recorded this, so if it doesn't work, I apologize. I apologize for that. But this should be recorded, and hopefully we can send that out in the next 24 to 48 hours. Oh, I also, real quick here, this link right here, you saw it in the email that came out earlier this week about the President's Club. There is a link at it that will take you to your back office, and you can get the full President's Club requirements. It's actually in your Symmetry back office. So you just log in and you go to library. Those of you that are following along on the webinar, you can see that there is the full trip requirements, which is where I got all the details for the PowerPoint. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the webinar right now, and I have some time. We got about 5 more minutes. Those of you that want to ask questions, I'll do my best. Those of you that that you have other things that you need to attend to, feel free to jump off. But I can be available here for the next few minutes for those of you